Hello people, welcome to Tom's Tips. Now one tip that several people have asked me to do before, I've never got round to it, is how to do step flashing. And the reason I've never got round to it is one, because I don't do much flashing now. Not that I don't like flashing, I do like flashing, but I don't like where it's at. It's always on a roof somewhere, and I'm not too comfortable now going on roofs. It's not so much going on the roofs, it's the height that they're at, and you know, although the heights don't bother me, the fear of falling and the sudden stop at the bottom puts me off going up any heights. So I'm going to do this one at low level, and I also haven't any lead, so I'm going to use cardboard to do step flashing, and it's what they call cover step flashing. It's the sort of flashing that it's upwards on the wall and on top of the tiles or the slates. And what you need for this flashing comes in, it starts at 3 inch, 6 inch, 9 inch, 12 inch, 15 inch, 18 inch, yeah, but it goes as wide as you want it to. So for this job, the 15 inch flashing seems to be working well. So we're going to work on that. So the first thing to do, if it's 15 inch, then it's 7.5 up and 7.5 across. So just mark that, and then usually on a site you'll find a scaffolding board or something with a sharp edge, and just form a 90 bend. That's the first step. So that you've got 7.5 inch up the wall, 7.5 inch across the tiles or the slates. Now then, we're going to go to a mock abutment wall and mark it out. So you place your lead like that, and this would be your roof. That's your abutment wall. So you'd line it up and you'd mark those courses in the brickwork, and you could use a level for this or just a stick, doesn't matter, and mark those across. Now while you're still at this side, you're going to decide on what handle that you want your cuts. You don't want them too steep that way, and you don't want them that way. Round about there would be cool. Okay, now it's back off the ladder and into the workshop again. Now this line that we've marked there is the brickwork. Right, now we don't want to cut that because we want to add on an inch to that, and when we add an inch to that, we've got that line there, so we're going to cut that. So we'll add our inch, because it's an inch that you're going to put into the brickwork. You have to grind out the brickwork course with a metal blade on a grinder. The metal blade, because the metal blade is a thicker grinding disc, it's easier to get your lap in. So we then cut. You use tin snips, of course. I'm using scissors because it's going to be easier for me using scissors. You cut that, and that'll be off to the scrapman next. He want that. And then you cut that line there. Into that. Into that. Into that. Now this to be careful, not to carry on cutting and spoil the line of that nick there. Because that will be seen if you cut that, it will be seen from 100 miles away. All those bits of scrap can go into the scrap bin. Your Christmas drink with your mates, and you fold that in. Of course, lead wouldn't split like that does. That's how you do it. Now you take it back to your wall. Put those in. They would go into the brickwork. And that's how your flashing is formed. So now when the water comes down, it runs down there. Okay. See you all later then.